Good morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm out cutting wedding flowers. Oh, look, look, look. I've got 865 stems to cut for a little event on Thursday. And I thought I'd take you round with me and you could see what I'm doing. Little wedding flowers prep. See you later. We're starting with the phlox. I can smell them from the other end of the garden. And I'm whispering because I don't want to wake the rest of my family up again. I think of filling a trolley as fattening it up. I'm cutting in 50s for the wedding and 25s for today's flowers going out. So it's a bit of a mix, but we're getting there. It's 7:15 in the morning. It's nearly 9 o'clock in the morning. I've cut the roses and various other bits from up here, but I've got more to come. So I'm just going to take this trolley load back, refill the coffee cup, spot the coffee cup, and pour some water on my head, because otherwise I will overheat and so will the flowers. But I've cut the delicate ones so they'll get in the shade now. And now it's 10 o'clock, revving up to be 30 degrees in the shade. But I've got everything cut, so I'm going to get it all in the shade and out of the way. We've got a wedding prep workshop in a minute. And I am, in fact, prepping a wedding. And this is what I'm going to be using tomorrow. Not a bad mix, though I say it myself. Good morning, everybody. It is 5:45 a.m. and we have wedding flowers to do. Look, you see? 800 and something stems to arrange one way or another. It's a Thursday. We're doing a Friday wedding because the poor wedding was postponed and postponed. And I thought I would film little bits as I went along and you could see a little bit of how we do it, so long as I remember. That's a challenge. If you're enjoying these clips, then do subscribe. Somewhere here is a subscribe button and there's a bell icon somewhere that you can click on so we tell you when we have a new video. And I'm keeping quiet because I don't want to wake up my family. I'm going to go and make some coffee and then we'll make a start. What should we start with? That's always the biggest question. Never start with the bride's bouquet. That's what I say. Get your hand in first. Loosen up your shoulders. Anyway, onwards and upwards. The bride emailed overnight to say, could I put some secret blue in her bouquet? Her look is mostly creams and whites and lilacs and blushes. But yes, of course I can put some secret blue. Good reason to work with a florist who grows most of their own product. They will always have a spot of blue somewhere in the garden. So I've cut her some of this nigella and we'll pop them in her bouquet. And I'm trialling this product, Agro Wool, today. A colleague of mine posted that they'd used it for making a garland the other day. It's a replacement for floral foam and it's made with wool. And she said it was very successful, so I thought, why not? So we'll have a go with that too. So I'm working on the bride's bouquet first, and normally I wouldn't, but it's going to be 30 degrees again. And so I think I'm going to make most of it. And what I'll do is I'll put it to one side. I'll sort of make a strong base of it, and then I'll put it to one side, and then later on I'll have a look at it and see how it goes. I spend a lot of time in front of a mirror seeing how it holds and where the weight is. Clearly, I'm not there yet. Anyway, I'll see you later. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. And I spend quite a lot of time in front of the mirror seeing how a bride's bouquet looks as I make it. I sort of build it. And this one, I like it, but I'm not sure she's quite there yet. I think there's room for improvement, but I might just tie her up and put her to one side, and then we'll have another look at her later. Yes, I think that's come up really very nicely. She doesn't weigh too much. It's really important with brides' bouquets they don't weigh too much, because the roses are heavy and they pull, and the poor bride doesn't need to be exercising her biceps carrying this thing around. But that'll do for me. I love these. These are Queen of Sweden roses. Ah, very good. Here we are doing two-handed filming. This is a bridesmaid's bouquet. Also very important to check how it looks against a person. Obviously in very low light early in the morning, doesn't show up terribly well, but it's a good weight, it's a good size. It's pretty, I'm pleased with that. Go make some more. Right, it's all coming together. There we have the bride and her 4 bridesmaids. And now I'm going to do the big leafy arrangements. And then the next job was 9 little posy table centres, all a little bit different, but sort of similar feeling. And they are going to be on most of the tables. And then I'm going to make, I've started making bigger greenery arrangements, which are going to go on the top table. We're using that agra wool for the floral foam. It's 100% wool, so that's good. So I make buttonholes that are little posies, because I like them like that. And I'm the florist, so I get to do what I like. And I just bind them with a bit of raffia, because it's tidy and looks attractive. Go down the raffia, tie it up. They're like mini posies. Simple. There we are. And I can snip the ends off, keep it tidy. And tuck a pin in the back so that they know which is the back and which is the front. Now, I'm always talking to people about painting with flowers and the colour. So look, this is what I mean. Here is a lemony rosebud, a little bit lemony for my scheme, so I can cool it down. You add white and it's much cooler. It doesn't look any more yellow, it looks less yellow when you cool it with the white phlox. Then I want to warm it up a bit because we're in a blush theme. And so I'm adding a tiny little bit of very soft pink achillea. And then I want to frame it. I'm missing something. Oh, sweet pea. Here we are. I'm pinching out the tops of the sweet peas. I don't want them to flop. So there's a blush sweet pea. Add this. And you see how the lemon is no longer lemon. You don't even see it there anymore. And then you frame it with the ivy leaf. I might rearrange that, but that's the principle. There we go. There. You see? It works quite well. Painting with flowers. I've said it for years. This is the fun part of the job. So here are the long, thin arrangements I've made with the agra wool, which has replaced trad floral foam. I have to say I'm quite pleased with it. I was going to be doing just long foliage down the tables, but it's very, very hot. And so I thought I would give them a little bit of reservoir of water. And actually, I'm quite pleased with that. Look at that. There you go. Simple, but effective. So I've finished them off with a bit of Amy and a squirt from the florist's friend, the lovely spritzer. Never go anywhere without a spritzer to keep things fresh. So there we go. We started at 6 o'clock this morning and we have lovely long greenery. We have posy table centres. We have the bride and her maids, and somewhere in there are 10 buttonholes. Time to pack them all up. So we started at 6 in the morning and now it is 11. And we have the bride and her bridesmaids and the little buttonholes. And we have 2 large greenery arrangements. And we have the table centres. Time to pack them all up and we'll have it all delivered by lunchtime. This is always a good idea. If you have blown roses that are finished, just pop them in a bag. And then you have fresh petal confetti. Or you can go around the garden on the morning of a wedding and just take, or deadhead your roses really, into a bag. And they're lovely for the table, for throwing, obviously, all sorts of useful things, and they smell delicious. So there you go, hot. And this is the classic florist shot of the florist driving along very slowly. I'm not actually driving, I've stopped. It's a tiny country lane with a car jam-packed full of flowers, hoping that everything's going to be right. Luckily, I don't have to go very far because we're only going to Holbrook House, which is just down the road. This is where all the flowers are going to go. It's really pretty. I love this room. And then, if you're lucky, if you're delivering early like I am, you'll have a cellar where you can put everything, and helpful staff who will put everything out in the morning, and a happy bride who sees you arriving with her flowers and says they're lovely. So that's the end of my job. Now it's time for the wedding. So thank you very much for watching. It's been a very cheerful day. I've taken my mask down just so I can say thank you. If you're enjoying our videos, do subscribe. Somewhere there's a subscribe button, and ping the bell icon and you'll be told when we have new clips coming up. This is Georgie Newbery reporting from Holbrook House in Wincanton, a fine wedding venue, if I say so myself, a lovely Edwardian house where they don't mind the florist with steamed up glasses and they have a cellar for putting everything for tomorrow. Thank you very much. I'll see you later. Bye.